Erik Ten Hag has been dismissed as head coach of Bayer Leverkusen after only 3 matches in charge, in what has become one of the most abrupt managerial decisions in recent European football. The Dutch coach, appointed in May on a 2-year deal to succeed Xabi Alonso, had been tasked with guiding the German champions through a transitional period. Instead, his tenure collapsed almost as soon as it began, leaving both the club and supporters stunned by the swiftness of the decision. Ten Hag's brief reign began with optimism when Leverkusen opened their season by defeating 4th-tier Sonnenhof Grosshofspark 4-0 in the DFB Pokal. However, momentum quickly faded. In their Bundesliga opener, Leverkusen fell 2-1 at home to Hoffenheim, a result that immediately sparked concern about defensive frailties and tactical cohesion. Matters worsened the following week in a 3-3 draw with Werder Bremen, where Leverkusen squandered a 2-goal advantage and conceded a stoppage-time equalizer despite Bremen being reduced to 10 men. Those early slip-ups, coupled with the weight of expectations placed on the reigning champions, created an atmosphere of mounting tension. The turbulence was not only on the pitch. Leverkusen had endured a summer of sweeping changes, losing several of their most influential players. Stars include Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong, Granit Xhaka, Lucas Hodicky, Jonathan Tah, and Amin Adli all departed, forcing the club into a major rebuilding project. In response, nearly £200 million was invested in fresh signings such as Jarell Kwanzaa, Malik Tillman, Mark Flecken, Loic Bada, and Lucas Bodkes. Integrating such a large influx of players was always going to be challenging, yet the club hierarchy seemed unwilling to extend Ten Hag the patience typically required for a transition of this magnitude. Leverkusen executives defended their choice, stressing the importance of acting decisively to preserve the club's ambitions. Simon Rolfes, the managing director of sport, acknowledged that removing a coach so early was regrettable, but insisted it was in the team's best interests. CEO Fernando Caro echoed those sentiments, emphasizing that the club must create the best possible conditions for success in what promises to be another demanding Bundesliga season. Ten Hag himself expressed disbelief at the decision, describing it as unprecedented. He argued that building chemistry within a reshaped squad requires time and trust, both of which he felt were denied to him. His comments have fueled debate over whether the club's impatience could harm their long-term stability, especially after Alonso's successful tenure had set such high standards. The dismissal adds another difficult chapter to Ten Hag's career. Less than a year ago, he was relieved of his duties at Manchester United after a turbulent period at Old Trafford. His rapid exits from 2 high-profile clubs in quick succession raise questions about his future prospects at the elite level, even as many analysts contend that he has been dealt harsh circumstances. For Leverkusen, the sacking leaves them at a crossroads. Interim staff are expected to step in while the club searches for a permanent replacement capable of steadying the ship. Supporters, still processing the departure of Alonso and the loss of beloved players, now face more uncertainty. The challenge will be not only to restore stability, but also to reassert themselves in a Bundesliga season where rivals are eager to exploit any sign of weakness. This episode has reignited a broader conversation about the pressures managers face in modern football. With immense financial stakes, lofty expectations, and little tolerance for mistakes, even decorated coaches are vulnerable to swift dismissals. Whether Leverkusen's gamble pays off or plunges them deeper into turmoil remains to be seen, but for Ten Hag, it is another bruising reminder of the precarious nature of management at the highest level.